Now it's time to get a check of your forecast with First Alert meteorologist Rodney Harris. Still just so dreary out there, but we have some improvement on the way today.
We do indeed, and I want to point out, Courtney, the roads are wet, right? So we don't have the heavier showers that we saw yesterday, but there's still mist that's out there that is producing some wet roads. In addition to that, you can see behind me where the clouds are low. Now, another thing I want to point out is yesterday, if you were with us, we couldn't see these buildings at all. So it's definitely better today compared to yesterday, but still low clouds, mist, and even some patchy fog that'll be possible. So watch out for that as you start your day. Here's a look at your temperature change. It's 10 degrees colder right now compared to this time yesterday in Atlanta, 10 degrees colder in Carrollton, 15 degrees colder in LaGrange. So that's something that you'll notice as well, a colder start to your day. You can clearly see the colder temperatures on this temperature map over Georgia. Most of Georgia is in green, indicating the 50s, but as you go into West Georgia, it's blue, and like all of Alabama is in blue. By the way, this is the cold air that will eventually make its way into North Georgia by the end of the week. So we're going to see colder temperatures by Thursday and Friday. Today, or at least right now, 52 in Atlanta, it's 50 in Blairsville, but you're at 45 in Carrollton and 44 down in LaGrange. So we're starting this morning with clouds and mist and patchy fog, and that will continue through 9 o'clock this morning. So if you do have to get to work this morning, watch out for that. But later on this afternoon, especially after lunch, we will see sun today. We didn't really see that yesterday, but we will see some peaks of sunshine. We'll call it partly cloudy later on this afternoon. Your high will be 60 degrees. So yesterday's high was actually 63 degrees. It'll be a little bit cooler today. The normal is 54 for this time of year. So Lana mentioned this earlier. We're still above average. We're still way warmer than what we were typically at this time of the year. But that will change with those colder temperatures by the end of the week. So here is that First Alert forecast, 60 today, but by Thursday, as that cold air that you saw in Alabama that starts to move in, we're dropping to 51 degrees for a high Thursday afternoon. Thursday will be a day where you'll need at least a jacket the entire day. Friday, even colder. We're starting near freezing Friday morning, and then for Friday afternoon, 46 degrees. We have a 20% chance of precipitation in your forecast on Friday. This is to cover the potential for some flurries in the higher elevations of the mountains. This would be Friday night going into Saturday morning, so that's a potential we're going to continue to watch for you. We're not forecasting that for Metro Atlanta, but if you are in the higher elevations of the mountains, that's something that we'll be watching. And I'll show you the forecast model going into the weekend coming up at 5:45. Speaking of the weekend, I know it's super important. It's the last weekend of the year. Saturday for Metro Atlanta will be completely dry, but super cold with a high of only 47. Sunday, we're going to start at 34, 54 for Sunday afternoon. If you were headed out Sunday night for New Year's Eve, temperatures will be in the 40s. So it will be cold, but it will be dry. Just make sure and have the jacket or coat ready to rock and roll if you have any New Year's Eve plans. And for New Year's Day, we do have a 30% chance of a few showers in your forecast. At this point, we're not really forecasting any heavy rain, so it's not a first alert yet. But that's something that we do want you to watch with a high of 55. We'll keep you up to date on this forecast. A lot of changes with more First Alert weather and traffic to come.